Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Only Quality People. I'm Paul Vantago, and I'd just like to welcome you to this first talk show edition of Only Quality People. Now, let me define for you exactly what Only Quality People are. Quality people are people that look after themselves and they want to do well for themselves, but they also want to do well for other people. So they are always good in a group situation. Essentially, they find ways to do things, they get things done, for themselves, and what they've learned they pass on to other people to help them become better people, healthier people, and so forth. The channel is about the three main things which we kind of all we want. It's the basic things that we want in our life. It's health, wealth, and happiness. And those things all go together, you see, because if you got your health, you're happy, and that means you can go on and to be, you can work and start businesses and be wealthy. So all those three things go together. If we're missing one of those things, then we have a problem. If you've, lost your health, then wealth and happiness seem to be, out of arm's reach, essentially. If you lose your wealth, your happiness and your health can decline. You see what I'm getting at here? But what we're working on for the first series, essentially, or the first several series of Only Quality People, we're going to be working on health. So it's motivation to keep yourself healthy. Find out ways to be healthy, and just get out there, and with the help from myself and others that I can bring onto this talk show, we can get you into a good bill of health, I reckon. I'd like to quickly talk about something which has turned my life around in the realm of health. I've always been, for as long as I remember, I've always eaten chicken. I've always eaten, I've not always eaten beef. I've only ever kind of had that once in a while and such. I've mostly been a chicken man most of my life, and milkshakes, love milk, creams, and all those, and I say in quotes, those good things. But they're not, unfortunately. And yes, you may say that there's other ways to be healthy and still eat these things, but in the whole science of it all, there isn't. As we progress with this series, I want to try and get people on here, get people in here, and talk about health, and making things work for you. So that's going to be the goal. That's going to be the big goal, is get your health in check. I think up to a certain point, no matter where you are with your health, you can always turn things round. It's never too late if you haven't passed the point of no return. I think everyone can turn their life around. They've just got to put the effort in. They've just got to start on the right diet, because when you look at exercise and if you look at the whole health model, it's an 80-20 split. 80% is your diet. You need to get that diet right, and the other 20% is exercise. Is the physical things that you do. But you've got to get that 80% right. Your body runs on food, the energy produced from the food that you eat. Now, a lot of people put a lot of emotion into food. They say, "Oh, food's boring," and you should not have any feelings about food. You should only understand that food is there to give you energy to carry on with your day. If you want to put emotion into things, then the thing to do is put emotion into the people you share that food with. If you eat with family, then the emotions should go toward the family, not towards the food. If you eat with friends often, you know, it should all be about the company you put the emotions into, the love of the people that you're with. When it comes to the food, yes, you can have favourite foods, but take the emotion out of it. That's how a lot of people gain masses of weight, because they love their pizza and they love the full cream. They love the cakes. Don't do that. These things are bad for you. On occasion, maybe have them. You know, I'm saying, like, you know, every 3 months, maybe treat yourself to a pizza or something like that. But even if you go vegan or, you know, or plant-based, I like to say plant-based, really. I class myself as plant-based. Even if you go plant-based, you can still get yourself a pizza that's plant-based. And I'm on about making your own pizza. I know Pizza Hut and a few other chains are now, you know, selling plant-based items, but these are fake foods, essentially. If you want to be plant-based, it's not about the fake food. It's not trying to find the food that imitates a burger or imitates a pizza or anything like that. It's about getting the food that is going to power you, essentially. So you need whole foods. Whole foods is where your focus should always be. That's where you should be turning your focus to. It's all about the whole food. So, like I said, I used to like chicken and milk and all sorts of, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, one day I was noticing I'm getting ill. Well, not so much ill as you know, problems with like walking or anything like that. I want to sneeze. Oh my god. Excuse me. And I'm leaving it in as well. I'm not even going to edit it out. Yeah, I used to like all you know, all that stuff. And my girlfriend, she was having issues with hormones and aches and pains, and she, like I said, she wasn't overweight or anything like that, and I could see myself was kind of, the weight was starting to add on, and then we saw a few videos from a guy, a doctor, Dr. McDougall, and he showed us about how humans are supposed to eat. And we are, because ever since we changed our diet over to a plant-based diet, a starch-based diet, basically, carbohydrates, the ones they're always telling you to stay away from, which is actually the stuff your body runs on. You know, glucose and carbohydrates is what your body, craves. Once we moved over, we took that shift, moving over to that food. Our moods became absolutely great. The weight just dropped off us. I was heading towards I'll say 20. I'll probably put the details in the description, because at the moment I can't think of stone to pounds. Probably in the 200s or something. But anyway, I was nearing 20 stone, and you know, the way my shirts were starting to feel tight on me, and my trousers were chafing on me and stuff like that. And I just thought, yes, I think we definitely need to do this change now. You know, my girlfriend is suffering from problems. I'm probably going to start suffering from problems if I don't do something, you know, fast. So like I said, we turned it all around, and we've been plant-based for probably 6 months or something like that. And like I said, our moods are better, our bodies feel better, we've lost weight, and we're still losing weight. I went from, this is in about 3 months, I went from nearing 20 stone. I mean, I was 19 point whatever, right there, just on the cusp of 20 stone. I went from nearly 20 stone to 16.5 stone in 3 months. And like I said, it just fell off me, and I've never felt better, honestly. I used to suffer from asthma, wheezy chests and stuff like that. That's all gone. I've learned so much from reading the books and watching the videos that Dr. McDougall and the people that he kind of rides around with. Essentially, there's many other doctors. I'll link, if I remember. I will link some of their videos in the description below. There's also I've actually took some of their videos. They're on my website. I'm not promoting my website at the moment, but if you want to join my website, you can. The prices are up on the website if you ever go there. Again, I'll put the website in the description. But I've got a video library of their very important talks where they give you so much information. It's weird, they give you so much information, but it's not overwhelming. It's just the right amount of information, and it's in good order. It's in plain English. It's put up on the screen for you so you can understand and start making changes for yourself. And believe me, the changes that you make they're so easy to make. A lot of people, like I said, are thinking, "Oh, what do I need to do to change my diet for the beef? What do I need to do to change my diet to get what I'd get when I was having chicken and stuff like that?" Look, you don't need to think about that. If you're eating whole foods, which are potatoes and leafy greens, rice, beans, legumes and stuff like that. If you're eating all these things, you're going to get all the stuff first hand. So all this protein, that's in commas as well. All this protein that everyone's craving about, everyone's going, you need your protein. There's never ever been in recorded history a time when there's been a lack of protein in anyone's diet. And when you take protein from an animal, so when you eat chicken or beef, you're getting that protein second hand. The protein doesn't come from the animal, it comes from the whole food that the animal was eating. I mean, you look at the size of these cows and bulls and you see the muscles on them. Yeah, they're not eating beef. They're not eating chicken. They're eating whole foods. They're eating grain and grass that their systems are developed for. And that's where the protein comes from. The protein is then goes to their muscles. We then kill, well, I don't. The people who kill the animals. And then you eat it and you get protein, you get also the hormones, you get the pus, you get all the blood, the bad blood that they might have had if they were ill, antibodies, everything else that basically is inside, an animal. The whole of its life is still stuck in its muscles. And that's why you get people who have issues with hormones. They get the hormones from the animal that they're eating, and it causes problems with their hormones. And it's just it's a domino effect. It goes on and on and on and on and on. So, if you want protein, eat your greens, eat rice, eat beans, eat potatoes. This is where the protein comes from. This is the first-hand protein. That's where it starts. All vegetation is protein. All vegetation is carbohydrates. This is where all these food, these things that we need, this is where it all starts. And then when you go and eat, when you go and eat fish, when you go and eat chicken, when you go and eat beef, you're just getting this stuff second hand. It's like going out and buying, you go out and buy a car, and it looks immaculate, but there's several things wrong with it that you can't see because it's second hand. It's not brand new. It's not off the forecourt at the people who made the car. It's probably, by the time you probably get it, it's not second hand. It's probably fourth or fifth hand, and that's kind of how the whole food system is. When you're going out there and you're eating these foods, what's the point? It's essentially that food is being passed through that meat. Or that meats, because when you have burgers and stuff like that, that's not just one cow, that's several cows. One might have had, cow AIDS or something like that, or bad blood or something, and that's in the meat. It's the remnants of it are still there in the meat. That's where all this foot and mouth stuff came from when they started feeding animals to animals. They've been feeding animals to us for years, and where do you think all these problems like diabetes and stuff have come from? These things aren't natural progressions in people's bodies. diabetes is something that starts when, when the body's got too much fat in it. So I'll have to log in here because my screen's just gone off. Sorry about that. All these things like diabetes and stuff like that, they all come from too much fat, too much animal fat. When you look at fat in vegetation, it's a totally different fat. It doesn't work the same way in your body as animal fat does. So we will get to that because I've got plenty of information to share with you. But I just wanted to kind of kick this first episode off of the Only Quality People talk show, and just kind of get things rolling, and just try and get things off the ground, because this is it's kind of, it's close to my heart. This I've got friends who are overweight, and I really want them to kind of turn things around. I know it's it's hard to teach an old dog new tricks, but when it comes to your health, you've got to turn this shit around, man. You've got to think about it. These people have, my friends, that they've got family, they've got children, and 80% of children, I think it's about 80% of children that grow up in a family where the mother and father, or even just one of them, are overweight or obese. There's an 80% chance that the child will go the same way. So if you've got your leg off or your foot off because of diabetes or any other problem caused by diet, if you've got any of these problems, it's likely that these issues are going to, start again in your child. And you always think that, I wish I'd done this, I wish I'd done that, I wish this never happened. Well, guess what? All those things that you wish didn't happen are going to happen to your child. And you're the one that can stop it right now just by changing your lifestyle. It's cheaper to eat plant-based. It really is. It's so easy. And your food, you can prepare your food and have your food on your table in front of you, ready to eat in no time. It's unbelievable that just making a small change, changing the food that you eat can change your life. Anyway, yes, I just want to get this. It might have been rambling, and I'm really sorry because I don't really prepare for these things. I have an idea of what I want to say, and I've got some notes, but I don't really kind of script these things out. I just want it to be organic and live, and just get out there what I know and what I want to tell you. So, yes, I'm Paul Vantago, and this is Only Quality People. It's for people that want to help themselves and help everyone else. These are the quality people. These are the people that I like to be around, because I find information and I want to pass it on to people, and I want them to, to thrive. I want them to thrive and survive in this world. We shouldn't be living in a world where children don't get nutrition, where children are severely overweight at, not even in the double digits. They're not even in the teens, and already they're vastly overweight. This should not be happening in this day and age at all. And to be honest, even with these plant-based foods that I see, the fast food chains, what I see them, creating out there. I mean, I can see that the goodwill is there, kind of, but fast food chains being fast food chains, they're just basically jumping on something to, get that big buck in their back pocket, because everyone's going to try and go plant-based, but they're going to go around it the wrong way. They're going to go the fast food. They're going to go the fast food route, and that's why you get the fat vegans. Yes, okay, they're eating something that doesn't harm an animal. They're eating something that's plant-based, but all the fat and all the crap is there because it's fake food. So, guys, don't do it. But I want to get round to that. We're gonna try and we're gonna try and compartmentalize. I can't even get my words out. Gonna try and get these things together and talk with people who have an insight and and beliefs that, you know, we can help one another. You know, we should be helping one another. We shouldn't be leaving people in the streets. We shouldn't be we shouldn't be leaving people behind. We should all be grouping together. We're all human beings, no matter what colour our skin is or what colour our eyes are. You know, anything like that. It doesn't matter. We're all humans. We should be helping each other. It's that simple. You know, I don't like to say miracles or anything like that because I'm not religious in any way, shape or form. But out of all this, you know, not to be too about things, but of all that sperm, you know, that travelled inside your mother to reach an egg, that one sperm that created you, you know, is one in a million. So you should be looking after yourself because you survived and you made it. You got into this world. So let's make this place a good place and let's help each other, yeah? I hope we can. It is a talk show, so I want to, at some point, if I get some likes, please like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here, and if you want to, you know, see more, hear more, please like and subscribe, and feel free if you'd like to become a Patreon to help this channel keep going. Obviously, the more time I have to do this channel, and the more money we have to do the channel, the more people we can get on here, the more information we can get to you, and so forth. I wasn't promoting my website, but I'll just still, again, there's a link in the description about my website. If you want to join my website, you can on there. That also helps me out as well. On the website, I'll do videos, daily videos, as well as weekly videos, to help motivate you into becoming a healthier person. This is all from life experience, basically. I'm 40 in a few months' time, so I've had a good few years on this planet, and I've seen a lot of things happening. I've learnt a lot, and I want to pass all that on to you, and I want to make your life the best it can be, basically, and I hope I can do that. I'd like to get people on the show. If there's anyone out there that's, is plant-based or just wants to put in their 2 cents on what's helped them get their health, back on track, then please get in touch, and we'll have you on the show, and we'll talk and get the information out there to help people. Because we really should. We should be helping people. We all should be helping people. We really should. Right, this is it for me for this one. This is episode 1 of series 1 of the Only Quality People talk show. Tune in next week, and I'll have another one up with my ramblings. And at some point, like I said, I'll get some more people on here, and we'll get some good talking going. Nothing but love for you all. Absolute love for each and every one of you. Stay well out there, and I wish you all the very best. Take care. Thank you very much for listening. I'm Paul Vantago, and this is Only Quality People.